Today, we're gonna talk about comparison.
Because comparison sucks. Seriously though, comparison sucks.
No, it really does.
It's not at all helpful. And as someone that works in social media, I know how easy it is. We look at people's Instagram feeds and their Facebook wall, and we think they have it all. They're so lucky. They're living a life that I want. You look at people's brunch photos, you look at the photos of their house or their wedding, or photos of people with their significant other, and maybe you're single and it makes you a little jealous. Or maybe you're not in a great financial spot and you're seeing people traveling, and that makes you feel like you're not living your best life. It's so easy to compare ourselves.
It is. It's so easy, and when you fall into that trap, it like sucks you in. All of a sudden you'll be on Instagram or Facebook for X amount of time and like you don't even realize that it's all these negative thoughts in your head. You lose all this time to these negative thoughts and like really wishing that like you may have that life, or wishing you could be there, or you could afford that. And all of these like I wish is not helping our emotions whatsoever.
It's not. In the world of social media, one of the things that's so important to realize is people are putting out their best. So we fall into this comparison mindset and this comparison trap, but we're comparing our mediocre or our lows to people's bests. Most times people aren't putting their lows on social media. That's not something that people want to broadcast. I think it's important to realize that the more you want what others have, the less you're able to find joy in what you do have.
That in and of itself is one of the reasons you and I love to practice our gratitude practices every day and write in our journals. And I think that is such a great point, because it's like you compare yourself and then it's almost like you forget about all of these other great things that are going on in your life because you're staring at these photos or these videos of exactly what you're talking about. People put out the good stuff.
That's why we, through SocialMerk, part of what we're trying to do is not just put out the good stuff. We're not here only talking about the rosy, the butterflies, the rainbows. We want to talk about anxiety, depression, perfectionism, comparison. We've both been in your shoes. Rather than looking and comparing yourself and feeling like what these people have isn't possible for you, it's about reframing it and realizing that these things are possible for you, and the more you tap into what you do have, the more you increase the likelihood of making those things possible for you.
It's that story we tell ourselves. One of the things you've taught me over the years, and I have taken it with me and I'm absolutely obsessed with it, is like the story that we tell ourselves. If I'm telling myself I can't do that, first of all, I've now convinced myself I can't do something that I've never even tried. Right? Like I've already put like the kibosh on it. I've already failed. I've never even tried. You know what I mean? And like you're putting out into, and this is one of the things that like I've started to really love, is like putting out into the universe. You can finish my sentences. Like in the universe, I'm putting out there, I can't do that. I can't do it. Like I can't move to Buffalo.
When Jen came and visited Buffalo, she was only emitting vibes of, I want to move here, and the universe worked to make that happen. So many things ended up happening in a span of 3 days.
We're gonna make a vlog. We should make a vlog just on that.
Just on that.
We really
that
should.
Was an insane like case study almost.
Seriously.
Of when you put out those vibes, things are going to happen to help you get there. Oh,
it's so good. And also, it takes time. Because how many years? This has been like 5 or 6 years of me going back and forth with wanting to be here. It's one of those things like when you put the work in, and when you put the work in and you just like try as hard as you can to think positively, and that goes for like literally anything in life. Again, with like comparison, you know, like I so badly wanted to be here, and I saw how like happy your life was and like how established and like amazing this city has like been for you.
Yep.
And I wanted that. And for so many years, I was like a little bit on the negative side about it. Like, I'll never have that. Right?
Yep.
So like, that's the comparison. And when you finally get to that point when you're like, I'm just gonna like give it to the universe, be positive. I mean, it's much more than that. It's not just like I woke up and I was like, here, universe, you take it and like guide me. It's a lot of work.
She did the work on the story she was telling herself.
Yes.
She did the work on being grateful for the things that she did have, which then allowed her to feel the empowered sense of, I can make this for myself. Really, guys, though, comparison, it's a killer to your creativity, and it's a killer to your self-esteem, and it's a killer to your present joy. And what we want you to know is if you're in that spot, you're not alone.
Nope.
We've all been there.
Yep.
And it takes time and it takes work. So you have to realize you're not gonna wake up one day and just not compare yourself anymore. It's gonna take practice, and we're human beings. We will both have days
Absolutely.
where we're in that comparison mindset.
I already have.
Yep.
We know that. We know that. We are not perfect by any means. And one of the things that I love is hearing from people who have experienced things. I tend to listen more closely when somebody has experienced something and isn't pretending. Like, we're not sitting here pretending like
that we never compare ourselves.
no, we never do.
Yeah.
We are so far from perfect.
Yeah.
And I've been in Buffalo, what, a month and a half? I've definitely compared myself once or twice so far. That's okay. That's okay. The amount of time that you stay in that comparison is what will eventually fade away as you do the work, right? So like, maybe you used to compare yourself and it would bother you for a week. Maybe now it only bothers you for 4 days or 5 days. Or maybe it would be an entire day that it would bother you. And now it's like
just an
2 hours, an
Yeah.
hour, you cry it out, you're good to go.
Yeah.
You know? That's what I love. I love about like seeing the growth like that.
Yes.
You know, that's the growth right there.
It's the work. And
It's the work.
that's why we're making these videos. We want to encourage and inspire you guys to do the work. It's not easy. It doesn't come overnight. And even when you've been doing it for years, there's always more to do.
Always.
And so we will be the first people to tell you that the work never stops, but it's totally worth it.
That's the beauty of it.
So
Totally worth it.
if you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and we will see you in the next one.
Yes.
Bye.
Hi, friends.
I just hit myself in the face. So we can just start because I just went. It's really awkward. I swear I vlogged before.
That's okay, nobody sees this except for us.
And
everyone else.
And everyone else. Because it all ends up being included. Okay, ready?
I mean, it's just a matter of like changing that story.
Completely.
You have helped me significantly with that.
I love that.
I love that too, and I love you.
I love you.